So welcome to my memorial website. It may sound odd that I designed my own memorial website, but when you've been told that you're at the end of your life, you might have a year, you might have 2, you might have 3, you might have a day, blood clot gets into your heart or whatever. These are things you can't control, so you decide to try to take back some control, and if you have the time, you might as well plan your funeral right and the memorial service. I don't hope that everybody has a good time, but I hope that after my funeral they all stick around, have some food, talk about me a little bit and play some music. It's not a party, it's a memorial service. You can party if you want. It's a party. My family's like, no. But the main part of this video was I wanted to make sure my eulogy that I wrote goes onto the memorial website. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of people performing it at the funeral, but this is my chance to read my own words. So, and I'm going to be reading from my paper. What can I do? Not perfect. I didn't practice this. Okay, here it goes. So it may sound odd, a man eulogizing himself, but in a world where you know your time on this planet is quickly coming to an end and you have no say or control, the dying sometimes like to feel they can control something. It's part of the human condition called ego. Time is a funny thing, isn't it? Human beings created time to compartmentalize their days in a continuing quest to understand and control life. There's that word again, control. But time is what controls us instead. We flit about our lives from clock to clock, making sure we are where we are supposed to be, when we are supposed to be there. Work time, play time, supper time, bedtime, time to talk, time to clean. Here's a peek behind the veil of what we as humans think we know and what actually is. Time is linear. Time doesn't heal all wounds. Time isn't even circular or hexagonal for that matter. Time is an illusion. It's an illusion, an oasis on a desert skyline. You think you have it, and then you don't. This illusion keeps us locked in habits that prevent us from actually experiencing life. Our minds are so busy in the past, the future, our work, our hobbies, our computer games, our books, our social media, our school, our drama, that we leave the present moment of life on a to-do list for later when the time is right. No, hon, I'm not just talking about you. I bet everybody can relate on some level. How many times did I walk into a pole while texting? I'm not perfect. Unfortunately, when the dust clears, we have missed out on life because it isn't in the past or future or our minds, but right in front of us, happening right now. Before you know it, you've missed all the wonderful growing up moments with your kids. You've missed wonderful, fun conversations with your spouse that could have led to incredible bonding moments. You've missed the opportunity to create a life for yourself that involves a passion as a career. Before you know it, you're sitting in a hospital room with stage 4 cancer, and may or may not have a year or 2 to live, writing your eulogy, saying to yourself, I thought I had more time. Illusions keep us in the dark, but it's not too late for a little illumination. I challenge everyone to spend as many moments in your day just noticing the amazing things going on around you. Don't let work, hobbies, games, the past, or the future keep you from enjoying your spouses, your children, or your passions. There's never going to be a perfect time for your to-do list, the one that you review at the end of your life. The laundry and dishes will get done. Level 200 will still be there when your kids have gone to bed and you've nibbled on your spouse's ear, and the phone call you now won't answer on the first or even the second ring will be answered eventually. If you hang up and it's important, they'll call back. It's only Microsoft tech support anyway, pleading for you to help you get rid of a horrible computer virus. Okay, back to the eulogy kind of stuff. I have not had any horseshoes in life. Not many do though, do they? My experience with life-threatening diseases started 20 years ago when after the flu I developed ITP, which is a cousin to hemophilia. Doctor told me not to fall down or I'd bleed to death. Happened because of a flu. Who sees this stuff coming? I spent a year on heavy steroids and closely monitoring. My system corrected itself after surgeons took my spleen. The unfortunate side effects of the steroids was that my brain chemistry became seriously messed up. I ended up on antidepressants, anticonvulsants, antipsychotics, and sleep medication. Psychiatrists, rather than doing their job and looking at the root cause of the symptoms, were happy to simply label me. Some told me I was bipolar, others told me I had borderline personality disorder. All agreed I would never work again and lead a normal life. The kicker? I believed them. I spent the next 6 years locked in a mental prison they had created just for me. I became who society dictated I now was. But an amazing thing happened. 6 years after living on long-term disability, I woke up and decided to believe in myself again. All because of a dream. It was a simple dream, really, but one which told me not to let others define me and go out and help people. So that's what I began doing. It took another 3-ish years before I had the confidence to stop all the medications and lead a clear-headed life, but in those years following that dream, I volunteered full-time for a year at the Calgary Distress Center as a crisis line counselor, and then went on working full-time at the Calgary Drop-In Shelter. After 6 months at the shelter, I was promoted to senior case manager for transitional floors, where I was able to help hundreds more people learn the skills it would take for them to get out of a shelter system and stay out. I was very proud of that. Everything from that point on was done in the hopes that I could continue to help people in different ways. I made a list in 2009 about what I wanted to accomplish. My list had 4 main points. Take life coaching certification, get certified as a personal trainer, become a master healer at Usu, Reiki, and crystal healing, and learn everything there was to know about self-defense. That one was for me personally. It took me till 2012, but I accomplished everything on that list one by one. Most of it in Regina because in 2011, after some life-altering experiences, I needed to be here for my kids, so I moved from Calgary to Regina. I had actually intended to move out here in 2007 when they did, but had just started the drop-in job, decided to save us up as much as I could before coming out. I spent years trying to save and get a lead on work, but visits to Regina were costly and that job never materialized. And again, waiting for that perfect moment that never came. Remember I was just talking about that over there? Yeah. I again was faced with a choice in 2011 to just come out regardless and deal with the logistics once I was here, so I did. That's when I met Don, Damien, and Brandy, and it changed my life. Changed me. Again. I went from someone whose only goal was to wreak havoc and destroy anyone who had been hurting my children, using my training in how to offensively and defensively hurt people very badly. Was even prepared to go to jail to protect my kids. To a family man with a new baby who understood it was better to teach my kids how to fish rather than do the fishing for them. It was better to live a life of love and compassion than anger and hatred. Live, laugh, love became my new motto. Like the old Celtic warriors of long ago, Celtic warrior healers of long ago, I was able to help and heal people at the same time as defend my family without mercy. My health here, unfortunately, began to fail early on, and I had to switch from being able to help others to more helping my new family and children. I was still able to help a few hundred people while in Regina by offering workshops like mindfulness meditation and creating purposeful lives and finding the warrior within. And I was able to train people and help people heal on and off, but health issues always seemed to get in the way. I was also privileged to become a part of the Scouts Canada family, helping hundreds of adult volunteers and kids have access to quality programming across 2 provinces while Don was on maternity. No matter what, I tried to stay true to my core, my calling, just help as many people as I could in the time I had on this earth. There are certain things I regret not being able to do. In 2017, 2 weeks before my stage 4 diagnosis, I was preparing to finally work on my dream of launching the Canadian Self-Defense Company so I could continue to help people. But my time was up. It was too late. However, I like to think that I did the best I could in each and every moment, under the circumstances and with the tools I had. So even though I wanted to help more, I'm good with the hundreds of lives I was able to be a part of. I loved life, even when it seemed to continue kicking the caca poo-poo out of me. It's hard and it's challenging, but you continue to learn and grow. Without challenges, life would be boring anyways, and you wouldn't get to evolve as a person. I love playing pool, watching the bees, playing with my children, both young and old, making love to my wife for hours on end. Laughter, sunrises, sunsets, camping. Those are just to name a few of my favorite things. No matter what, family was the most important thing to me, day to day, hour by hour, and minute to minute. And I hope that my family, my boys, my girl, my wife, everybody, I just hope that everybody remembers how important it is to have each other's back. Family is important. Be there for one another. Dawn, I love you. And don't forget, I'm sticking around in the astral to help guide, mentor, teach, and protect you and all of my family. Just call on me, and I'll be there whispering in your ear or visiting you in a dream. Don't think for one moment you don't have all the tools you need inside to get through this, and continue to be the best mother you can be for our children. Stay strong. You will always be my warrior goddess. Don't forget to continue our tradition of naming 3 things to be grateful for every morning, and don't forget, you have family that will always have your back and each other's. Kids, I love you. I'm proud of all of you. Call on me if you need, and I will be there guiding you as well. To my friends and family, I love you. Throughout the years, you've been anchors in this river of life I've been traveling. To everyone, I say explore who you are at your core. What do you value? What would you regret if you only had one day left to live? That will become your to-do list that counts. Don't ever let the world define who you are. That's for you and you alone. Treat life like a journey on a river. Go with the flow no matter what rocks, boulders, or mountains get tossed in your path. You will get to where you need and want to be faster and with way less stress. Think of me when you see sunrises or sunsets, maybe a bee flying by. I'm always with you. My spirit is immortal. My love forever and always. Lastly, celebrate life in each and every moment of your day, including today. I'm always with you. I love you.